So, you relapsed. As you were mindlessly scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter, your eyes carelessly caught sight of something which you could not resist taking a look. Or maybe giving you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe since the algorithm for either TikTok or Instagram loves flooding us guys with videos or pictures of women with half their ass out, ass shaking, titties bouncing. Maybe one of those videos or pictures just popped up right in your face. Just all of a sudden just jump scared you, just boom, right there. And as a result of this, your willpower was just not as strong. It was not strong enough to prevent you from carelessly, mindlessly, also taking your right or left hand, going onto the hub, just to slap the monkey again, or just to pull the geese again for another time. And shortly after, you're splurging everywhere, releasing these loads left and right, all kinds of loads. Now, after you finally give in to temptation, after you finally get the self-pleasure you wanted, you're left feeling frustration, disgust, regret. Oh man, why did I do that? Oh man, I could have been avoided so easily. Damn, I was going on for 3 months of no fap and I just blew it. Now, if you do like most us men do, after splurging one out, then that's a good thing. Like I said, if you don't feel those emotions, there's something wrong. Because feeling those emotions are critical. They really are. They remind you that what you did was wrong. That you shouldn't have done that. That it could have been avoided. And who's to blame is simply no one else but yourself. It's not the chick's fault for shaking some ass on the gram. It's not her fault. It's your fault. Because you lacked your willpower to resist into temptation, to get an instant self-pleasure, an instant gratification. Listen, brother, I myself have given to temptation hundreds of times. I've been on the other side. I felt the disgust, the regret, the frustration. I mean, I'm still young and full of cum. My last relapse might not be my last relapse for the rest of my life. And by me saying that, I'm just keeping it real with myself. Personally, I'm going on 2 months of no fap. I'm on a 2-month journey of my own. Haha, 2 months. Hey, no shame, no shame. 2 months is better than in 0 months. It's better than in 1 month. It's better than a couple weeks. I'm proud of those 2 months. Now, me telling you this is not to make fun of myself or to embarrass myself. To tell you when was the last time I busted and went out. It's to tell you that I myself am human too. I make mistakes. I fall back into bad habits. I do. A couple of times. Again and again. But I'm working on making less of those bad habits. Making them less frequently. Committing them less frequently. Improving on my bad habits. And developing better and more good habits. I want to share a story. So, I was about to hit a year mark of no fap. I was going on a solid 8 month streak. Now I'm talking, I felt like a G during those 8 months of no fap. I felt amazing. I felt like a superhero. I felt like Superman himself. And guess what? I relapsed. I didn't make the year mark. I didn't. And I felt like shit. And by me feeling like shit, I thought I looked like shit. And by feeling and looking like shit, I didn't do shit. And by not doing shit, I wasn't improving shit. So when I relapsed, I felt like my whole world was coming down. I felt like it was over. I felt like that was it. I'm a failure. There's no way coming back from this. That's it. I'm just another dirty, filthy wanker. Literally. It was as if the nofap gods from heaven kicked me out and just brought me to the depths of hell of OnlyFans. That's where I felt I was at. I wasn't doing shit for a while. No, I wasn't. I was just wallowing in my own self-pity and those negative emotions that I felt the week after from relapsing. I started carrying myself less highly as a man, especially around women. Who once I was carrying myself like a G, like a total Chad around women, I was now another freaking loser. My interactions with women were just awful. I had no social skills. Each interaction I had with the women would be like, I would think to myself, I would start thinking, I would be like, can they sense that I jerked off the day before or last night? Can they sense that while me talking to them? Can they feel that? I was just overthinking a shit ton. And I was way more timid, less assertive, less confident. And then also around my male friends too, which I value. Yeah. I wasn't as productive. I didn't want to do deep work. I didn't want to journal. I didn't want to read. Shit had been done and I didn't want to do it. To be honest, I even think I did it a couple days after as well. Because I had the mindset of, you know what? I already relapsed. What's so bad if I just do it again? Because my 8 month streak is now a 3-day streak. So, who am I hurting if I just relapse for a 3-day streak? If I already relapsed an 8 month streak, why does it matter if I relapse on a 3-day? That was my mindset, and that was so wrong. I was so wrong. Because I didn't realize the bigger picture. I didn't see the bigger picture. The bigger picture was that I went a total of 8 months, not counting the day that I relapsed, but the 3 months after. No, the 3 days after. That I went a total of 8 months and 3 days overcoming temptation. And that's fucking powerful. For 8 months and 3 days, I had the willpower to say no. To my brain, to my mind, of wanting to just release one out, bust one out. But I didn't realize it. I didn't see that because I was so caught up with relapsing. I was so caught up with those negative emotions I was talking about earlier. Yeah, so what? I didn't make a year. So what? I relapsed. Who gives a shit now? Those 8 months are gone. But those are 8 months which I have never done before. Those are 8 months which I overcame my temptation for. Kings, if you are one of those people like me who have gone on a long streak of no fap, who were on an all-time high streak for yourself, but then relapsed. Feel those emotions, feel the regret, feel the disgust, feel the shame. But brothers, you gotta give yourself credit where credit is due. You can't wallow in your self-pity. You can't carry yourself less of a man. After relapsing for 8 months, after 8 months, you can't, because I assure you, you're just gonna do it again if you do carry yourself less of a man, less highly. Because those negative thoughts are gonna consume you, and you're gonna affirm them. You're gonna affirm those negative thoughts, and you're gonna be like, yeah, you know what? I'm a dirty wanker, so guess what I'm gonna do? I'm just wank again. No, you're not. Don't listen to that here. Realize the bigger picture. That for 8 months, 3 months, 1 month, a week, 2 weeks, you overcame your temptation. Now, okay, let me tell you this though. If you're doing it, if you're going on a week, okay, and then you fucking bust at the end of the week, and you're doing it again and again and again, and you're like, oh, you know what? I did a week though. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You're just cheating yourself. Obviously, if you do a week of no fap and you've never done a week before, amazing. Good for you, but you relapsed, whatever. You still did a week. Now go for 2. Now go for 3. Now go for months, or a month, or months. It's gonna come a point where you just don't even think about it. Can't even remember the last time you did it. And then, eventually, you'll find a partner too, where you'll have an active sex life with your partner, where instead of just pleasuring yourself by the use of your hand, you'll have a partner which you can make love to and be so spiritually connected with that partner and ravish her. Moral of this video is don't let those negative thoughts consume you. Acknowledge them. Acknowledge the self-pity emotions, which would be guilt, disgust, regret. Acknowledge them. You know, do not just not acknowledge them. Acknowledge them. Feel them. Because it's letting you know that you fucked up, man. You know? It's letting you know that you did something wrong. That it could have been avoided. And you know that. You know it could have been avoided. So feel those emotions, but don't let them consume you. Learn from the past, brother. Don't live it. You relapsed. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Get back to work. Get back on NoFap. Go about your day. Keep yourself busy. Do the deep work. And your streak is gonna keep going on and on and on and on. Stay focused on your path, brothers.